So I binge watched 3 series in the last, I think has been 2 weeks.
It's literally the last time we hung out was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So I watched the new Sabrina.
Okay.
Which I loved.
Okay.
I watched Daredevil, which I loved. Okay. It's Daredevil season 3.
Yeah.
And I watched season 2 of 13 Reasons Why, which I didn't really do on purpose, but it started playing, and I kind of liked it.
I can never do that. I could literally never accidentally watch something.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, sometimes I'll just have Netflix on while I'm, like, cooking or something.
I can't passively watch things. That's why.
I passively watch almost everything, which is why I watch so much TV. And then I just feel like it's, they're my friends, and it's part of my life. But I loved Sabrina. It's like... Because I watched the TGIF one from way back in the day, and this is completely not that. Like, the characters have some of the same names, and she's a witch.
Okay.
But it's like...
It's not family-friendly,
No, it is not family-friendly. It's very dark. They go around saying, Hail Satan, all the time. They're part of the Church of Night.
Okay.
And, like, her aunts are... I guess, kind of protagonists, but also kind of evil.
Weren't they like that in the show in the 90s?
Maybe. Though? I don't know. But this one of them just kills the other for kicks and then resurrects her because she thinks it's funny.
Okay. All right. I'll have to watch it.
So it's kind of like R-rated CW. Like, it's kind of has that sheen on it.
Yeah.
I think it's made by the people who make Riverdale.
Gotcha. I haven't watched that.
Yeah, but I had a really good time. And I like that sort of, like, horror that's not, like, ghosty. Like, there are ghosts, but it doesn't make me scared at night.
Okay.
Even though it is quite dark and there's murders and monsters and all that.
Okay.
So I love Sabrina. Daredevil season 3 was maybe the most perfect season of television I've ever seen.
That's a tall order.
I know. It was.
Have you seen Sons of Anarchy?
No, I haven't. So
there you go.
It's so far. But the arc was it was perfect. The villain, the Kingpin in Daredevil, is so good. And it's another one of those where the story
back in season 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's like legit. He's like has his power and he's in control and he's scary.
Okay.
Where in season 1 he was not. He was still developing as that.
Yeah.
And he's kind of grooming another psychopath.
Got it. Okay.
And there's a whole episode, and maybe not the whole episode, but they take a good chunk to really develop even like the secondary villain. Even that, I was like watching it and was interested. There's a single cut, unbroken hallway fight where they literally have no, I've watched interviews about it, like they didn't do any cuts for 12 minutes. And it's this nonstop hallway fight action scene, which I personally, it was one of those, like, I'm bored of this because nothing's happening.
All right.
But I'm really impressed with the technical thing that's happening here.
Okay.
So that was amazing. And I watched, 13 Reasons Why, which I didn't really watch the first season. I kind of, because people were talking about it, so I kind of wanted to know what it was about. So I watched, like, the last couple episodes and the first episode. But this one, again, I was like, somebody mentioned the second season, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know that was out. So I just, like, popped in to see, like, what they were going to do, because I was interested, because they, spoiler, killed off the main character in the first season. And it was I had a good time. I mean, It was much more, like, emotional but not so, like, maudlin. It was, like, real. It was, like, real people experiencing real emotions and, like, questioning, like, this girl died and the kid who, like, loved her is like, oh, maybe she wasn't, like, really who I thought she was. Mm-hmm. And how do I kind of forgive her for that? And, like, how do I forgive myself? And how do I reconcile all these feelings of both, like, anger and love and address some super real-world issues without being, like, stupid about it.
Right.
There are, like, trigger warnings at the beginning of every episode, and they try and be, like, really sensitive, so. I'm pretty easy to please unless you bore me. Just don't bore me. Like, I'll like almost anything as long as it's not boring.
Right.
I've been really wanting to watch The Haunting of Hill House, but I'm just too chicken.
Same.
So I here's what I did. I tried to listen to it because I really wanted to like have the experience, but I knew that I could not handle the visuals.
Okay.
So I actually have like listened to the first like 3 episodes, but I'm not sure I'm really getting the full experience.
I don't think you are.
No, yeah. So, but I just know I know how sensitive I am to those visuals, and I just can't. I don't know. I was watching a video on YouTube about it, and it was freaking me out.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I may or may not. Although I watched Hereditary this year, and that's pretty creepy and has some visuals that are scary.
Yeah, I don't like scary movies.
Yeah, I generally don't. But lately, they've just been killing it with like just being so damn well made.
Uh-huh.
And people are like talking about them, and I'm interested in that. So it's hard to avoid sometimes.
Right, like A Quiet Place.
Yeah. See, that's a monster movie. I don't really mind those. So long as it's not something that's going to like sneak into my bedroom at night. The ghost never showed up last time, though, by the way.
Okay, good.
We're good. Yeah, so that's what I'm watching. Do recommend all 3 of those things. If you are into Daredevil, definitely, if anybody will love that. 13 Reasons Why, I don't know. If you like need to do something with your emotions for a while, feel somebody else's emotions for a while. And Sabrina, if you just like want to have a dark, good time.
I'm going to check out Sabrina.
Yeah. I think you'll be able to watch the first episode and get an idea of whether you like it or not.
Okay.
Because at first I was like, I'm not sure. It's kind of high school at first. And then it's like, oh, this isn't, like, I don't know what category to put this in. Because
Gotcha.
there's, like, weird, awkward dialogue. But it's because they're high school kids. And then there's, like, the Hail Satans going everywhere. And it's so weird and funny.
Hail Satan.
Yeah. So I like weird things that I'm not like, oh, it's like this. You know, I like it being
It's refreshing.
different. Yeah, not really understanding what they're doing. It's interesting.